Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. We are going to be looking at some great pieces for your home, both old and new.
Are we ever? And the guys were nice enough to bring it all down here, or at least a lot of it. Michael Bennett and Daniel Poulin joining us from Peking Lounge. How you guys?
Hello.
Hi.
So tell us a little bit about Peking Lounge.
Well, we opened 8 years ago.
Yeah.
We've always been in Chinatown, but after the first year, we moved into a location that was 3 times the size as what we originally started with. We started out with just antique furniture to start with, but then we quickly morphed into something
Well,
much
Daniel,
greater.
this really did start out of a passion for the two of you. I mean, and almost a hobby, I guess, at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. I got a contract in China to work I used to be in the spa business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I worked in a 5-star hotel for a couple of years, and then Michael came and visited for a few months, and then we decided to buy a first piece of furniture, which we still have it in our home at this time. And then thought maybe we should do a business out of it. So we bought a container and then brought it to Vancouver, and the rest is
obviously
history.
made it work. Now we have to talk about some of the pieces that are behind us here. We're going to start with the pieces that are a little bit older.
Yeah.
Let's start with this one here. Tell us a little bit about it and when it's from.
Sure. This piece actually is from mid-1700s.
Wow.
So it's really difficult to find these pieces now. But some of the detail work here, I mean,
Yeah.
nothing has been touched. Quite often now, even with older pieces, they'll do some refinishing work and
Right. To
destroy
which
the
you guys
original
go,
patina.
no!
Exactly.
It's the aging that gives it character and makes it so
Absolutely.
beautiful.
And it's the warmth and history that you just can't duplicate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
incredible.
here, a way to date this piece is actually right here. There's some linen you can get in tight here, and this is what they'd used to do with. I mean, for older pieces, they'd use an inferior wood, first of all,
And then cover.
which would cover it to cover up all the imperfections of the grain of the wood.
Interesting.
Plus, insects would,
Right.
be an infestation of it, so this would also help protect.
Wow.
wood from
They would
that.
lacquer it afterwards.
And then they would lacquer that so you get a nice smooth finish.
Daniel, how much have you guys learned? I mean, just obviously you had an interest at the beginning, but I mean, the depth of knowledge that you must have acquired.
I think we learn every day. We learn actually from clients coming, and some people are actually quite knowledgeable when they come to the store. They know their
They know what
stuff,
they're looking
and-
for?
Yeah, and then we learn. I mean, these pieces we just acquired recently. These are, as Michael mentioned, impossible to find.
Okay,
anymore.
let's talk about this beautiful piece here, and it does something really different that you wouldn't guess.
Yeah, well, we always think of furniture now as being sort of innovative for smaller spaces.
Yeah.
Because it's multifunctional, but they were doing it hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
So this piece right here, if I can.
Should I take my
actually-
money?
Oh, yeah, everyone
why
take
not?
something.
Do it.
I'm taking the money pillow.
This would sit on a larger platform called a kang. And
Yeah.
it would,
Kind of a
you'd-
bed.
Yeah, so you'd sit cross-legged in front of this table, and this is all the original lacquer as well. But for ease of movement,
Yeah.
What?
the legs fold in.
So they used to carry their furniture as well, and so if you were a
So if
merchant
we can just
or
hold this up
something-
this way so they can see the inside.
Yeah.
We just basically folded all the legs in.
Yeah.
Detail
piece has been
and
reproduced.
ingenuity as well,
right.
which I love. I
Absolutely.
mean, when you're looking at something from the 1700s, right?
Yeah.
The level of
Yeah.
craftsmanship involved. is-
Okay,
Exactly.
we have to talk about the money pillow because I thought this was just a box, but it's much more than that.
It's the merchants used to actually keep the money inside. There's a couple of compartments.
You can see how old it is just by looking
These
at
pieces are easy to find as reproduction pieces, and we carry them also at the store. Old pieces are a lot harder to find.
So you put all your cash
money,
in
your
here.
cash, and then when you have your little nap, you put your head on the pillow.
And just
That's
so
why
you
it's
know,
called a pillow box.
It's not comfy.
Made of leather
terribly
and
comfortable
stuff.
as we go. Let's move to the stuff behind you, Michael. First of all, what I love that you guys have brought today too is those little pops, those little accents, and
Yeah.
obviously not all of them are dated back to the 16
No,
or 1700s.
exactly.
Reproductions like this one here.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, these are food dogs. So you'll always see them in a pair, the male and the female. This is the female. She's always got a pup underneath her paw, and the male always has the world.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yes, well, yes. Says something about the society, doesn't it, right there?
I'm just going to move those off to this side.
And now what are we doing?
Chair. Oh, we got a surprise
What are
for
we
you.
gonna do?
So
This chair, this table, sorry, is an old table that is called also a winter-summer table. So as
Okay.
we mentioned before, the Chinese were very ingenious into having something that is both usage. So in the summertime, they used to carry that table out to the garden. In the wintertime, the Chinese used to sleep on a kang. Actually, they do more than sleeping. It's like the kang is a big construction in a house that has a fire on one side, that the fire goes through the kang, so it heats it up.
Right.
So they would sleep, they would eat, so what they would do with this table, to become a winter table, they would move it,
Here, I'll take that in.
Thank you,
I got the
Fiona.
muscle. Come on.
And then it becomes, because they put it on the
Wow.
can. Yeah, so in a modern environment, when you put this into your house, you can use it as a, if you have a small apartment, don't have room
And I
for
love
it.
the wood on
Yeah.
this one. It's so pretty.
So coffee
Use it as a
table, and when
dining
you have
room
guests
table.
over,
Yeah,
and this,
absolutely.
oops, sorry, Michael, and this folds up, right?
You're kidding. So you can
So
get
put
out
it
of
in
the
your
space
closet, and then it's out of the way,
and bring it up
Okay,
for a
let's
dining
move
room
over
table.
to the new.
Yeah, you guys have brought a beautiful mix of sort of the old and the new, and this is really representative because, Michael, I think one of the most fascinating things that you guys have found in China is it's a country that's changing so much,
Absolutely.
and so
Yeah.
rapidly, and is
Yeah.
a real confluence of, you know.
Well, and that's
sort of-
what, I mean, people that come into the store tend to romanticize old China, and they think that it's been caught in this sort of time warp and that it's still like that. But the reality is that they're doing incredibly innovative things.
Design.
Yeah.
So, one, this stainless steel chair,
This is
seamless.
beautiful, by the way.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic. Yeah. So we also have another line of a Ming Dynasty armoire with the trunk on top and all of it done to spec.
Yeah.
all in stainless steel.
All in stainless steel.
Yeah.
Kidding.
the whole line.
It's so cool to see the combination beside each other as
Absolutely.
well.
We
and
would rarely
how it could work.
Absolutely, and we would rarely display things all old and all new. I
Right.
mean, I
you
think
can
what
really
makes
mix
it
them
special is to
together.
mix them
Mix them up.
together. In fact,
Yeah.
we encourage.
And
Looks
let's talk
better.
about this beautiful vase here. What a great piece.
This is a company called Spin. It's out of Jindagen, where porcelain was invented like 2,000 years ago. So the whole line is absolutely incredible. And we came across this on one of our travels in a restaurant. He's a restaurateur, so we loved the dishes that he was serving things in, and now we're the only ones in Canada to be carrying it.
That's
a
amazing.
stunning
Yeah,
piece.
fantastic
And what
pieces.
about what it's on, Daniel? As well, this piece as well.
This table, traditional design, it has the giant arm brace, which are very traditional for centuries. It's just done in a completely new material with some little, so when you push a drawer, the other one's open. Oh, this table's a bit shaky. Here we are.
Sorry. Yeah, that's our floor, not your furniture.
exactly.
We'll point that
This
out.
piece here.
It's just showing the high gloss red lacquer look that, I mean, that's what that would have looked like
Yeah.
centuries ago.
Really?
Yeah.
The 17th century piece.
Unbelievable. Well, you guys.
Oh, and those are very important. Tea stools. They are called also garden stools. The Chinese used to use them in their garden because in a traditional Chinese courtyard, you live around,
Yeah.
but you have a courtyard in the middle. So outdoor furniture for the Chinese is as important as indoor furniture.
We should learn that here instead
Yeah,
of getting
yeah,
that
that's
plastic
true.
stuff from Canadian
No
Tire.
more
This is
plastic
beautiful.
rattan.
That's right. And this is made of ceramic. So the reason why they loved it so much is that it was timeless. It didn't. The owners
Right.
would go from generation to generation because it lasts longer than the actual owner of the house.
What a wonderful
And now
spin
they've
on it as well.
become super popular because people are, I mean, we've had so many women come in and using them as a leg raise for their shower, their stand-up shower stalls. You can put a light in to help sort
Never
of
would've thought of
decorate
that.
and dim lighting, extra
like the
seating,
light idea.
side
Yeah,
table.
really cool.
Yeah, they're really great.
Well, you guys,
Really
thank
great.
you so much. If you want to visit
Thanks,
Peking
guys.
Lounge, of
Thank
course
you.
you can. They also have a fantastic website, so you can have a look at everything online too.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break and come.